guys, what's going on? SMG back with MCG, aka Marine Class Gamer, aka Mason. And today we are going through our predictions of what we got right and wrong about the PS5.
Hello,
Now,
folks, and yeah, I just want to put a disclaimer. Many of the predictions that we made years ago, many of which I actually personally don't quite remember because it's been way too long. However, as it turns out, some of them were either correct, like on point, or or not that far off.
right. And
Yeah,
of course, I do want to mention before we go into any of this, I just want to mention that a lot of the stuff that we are going to be talking about, we are not bad-mouthing any company. We are just giving our opinion on these issues.
yeah.
One other piece of news that I also want to share, but I'll be saying that towards the end of the video. Of course.
In case this gets too long, we'll split this up into either 2 or 3 parts.
That's correct.
Depending on the news, really.
Yes.
In my opinion, I feel like this is a pretty big news, so we may have to split this off into two segments.
That's correct.
Excuse me.
All right.
Anyways,
So first on to the prediction of the game switcher that Xbox had the idea for I think it was for the 360 or for the Xbox One.
Yeah. Oh wait, now remember it was the backwards compatibility. Now I fully remember.
Yes, backwards compatibility.
That's the one. I made the exact prediction that's the PS5 may not support backwards compatibility all the way to the old 2001 or 2002 PS1 system.
Well, you were right about that one because that one was just a prank.
Yeah,
now,
along with the PS Classic that sold horribly when Sony released that hot garbage.
I just want to mention that when we do say that the PS5 does not have the capability for PS1 games all the way to PS2 games, PS3, and so on, we also have to take into account that even if those games are even though those games are old, they are classics.
Yeah.
And my biggest takeaway from this is Sony basically saying, sorry, you can't play your old classic games anymore because we're fucking dickheads.
Yeah, well, it's not just Sony that's doing this. It's also for the fact that the license for these old titles either are no longer exist. Like the companies responsible no longer exist or have moved on. It's never really about the code, whatever or whatsoever, because the PS5 needs to have an emulator built in order to do this.
Mason, let me clarify something right now. When I say I'm not calling PlayStation a dickhead. I'm just saying some of their decisions are dickhead moves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm not downplaying that. Even I agree. Although I'm not exactly liking what Sony's doing with their gaming division, is they seriously. I feel like they're becoming more anti-consumer than pro-consumer.
Sorry, with their VR system?
Basically, because if you haven't noticed by now, Sony doesn't have the PS5 doesn't even have many exclusives, if any, because the majority are being ported to PC now.
Yeah, that is true.
So Horizon Zero Dawn, for example, the Uncharted 4 is now ported to PC, including Days Gone, and so there's really no. So the whole exclusive thing is actually becoming more and more obsolete as time goes on.
And
And
I just wanna point something out. If you guys are seeing a different world than what you're used to, Minecraft is one of the games that does not transfer over like the save files unless you have your Microsoft account attached to your Minecraft,
yeah.
which I find is BS if you ask me, but that's for another video.
Well, if I'm being honest, there's been so many ports that like of the freaking of the same game, so I'm not surprised by that. Because Minecraft started on Microsoft Windows, got ported to the 360, the PS3, and then later the PS4, Xbox One.
The
You know,
Switch,
basically, yeah. Those even like I mean, Minecraft started on the Java on Java, which is that old programming uh, code or language software.
yeah.
Yeah, like it was almost like a beta, I guess you could call it that.
Just
So that's really no surprise there.
before we get
I
on
mean,
to
it's the
our
same game.
next before we get on to our next PlayStation topic, I just want to reveal something. I am saving up to buy a computer, well, to get parts for a computer, like to build a good gaming computer, like so I could do like Nintendo videos and all that and start streaming from computer.
Oh, there's a great library of games on gaming PC, Justin, and I
Oh yeah.
recommend that you just do your research and don't get overwhelmed with so many choices because there are a lot
I'm
of choices.
I'm getting a third party's help with that.
Yeah, that's good.
However, this person I will remain a secret because they do not I do not want to reveal who they are. And Mason, you know who they are. You've met them plenty of times.
I'm sure I have. Yes. Now I do have one. Now there's actually there's actually a big problem with Sony's practices and consoles. In fact, I feel like this video is going to almost be dedicated just to this or to that. I should say.
Yeah.
And Justin, I don't know if you're even aware of this or not, but there's some kind of batteries or something that's inside the PS4s that if it dies, then you can no longer buy and download any digital game whatsoever. The console will be become paperweight essentially,
I'm glad you brought
and
that up. I'm glad you brought that
yeah,
up.
yeah. So not only and that's actually a big problem, and the PS5 I think has that issue still too. Um, in fact, Sony even hates crossplay. If you didn't know, like they actually don't like crossplay. There's so,
Okay. Okay. That's
that's another big
something
thing.
Okay, that's something that they need to get more into because if they want to get back onto the top of gaming, they need to do more crossplay.
Exactly. So if you want to know more about this stuff, I recommend checking out Review Tech USA on all
Right.
things gaming, like all those gaming video on those gaming news. Just be warned that there's some of the intros that he does kind of cringy, but the news that he delivers is highly recommended to look into because it's very important. Microsoft is actually preserving gaming history and giving gamers what they want. They're being very pro-consumer aside that little nasty DRM that they're working on. But they are very supportive in crossplay. They're adding like many great libraries and products to their Xbox lineup.
Hmm.
Um, as for Sony, they're going in the complete opposite direction, which is actually very bad because if they continue down this path, they're going to become their whole gaming division is going to like shut
Well,
down, and they're going to get stuck with all the movie with other stuff.
well, it's not. They keep for Sony keeps forgetting that they're not just a gaming company. They're a TV company. They're a well, you see my point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, they have multiple divisions too. And And there's one thing I really wish Sony would stop doing when it comes to gaming, though, and I swear they should. They should just
I,
quit this whole fiasco.
you
And I
know,
know you might, I know you guys are gonna hate me for this, but they really got to prioritize gaming over cinematics for crying out loud.
oh, big time.
They don't need a blockbuster video game that plays entirely like a movie with very little gameplay. If you know what I mean.
I mean, they thought, well, before I go into this, I'm just gonna start off by saying this is a great game. I'm not bad mouthing it at all. I'm just giving my opinion on it from my point of view. Like in my opinion, Sony's Sony's biggest game that they thought was long
Please
was
log in through the Google Home app.
was honestly, I would have to say like, they thought God of War was pretty long. Granted, it is.
The Wait, which one? The 2018 reboot?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which God of War.
Okay.
They thought God of War was pretty long. Then Xbox one upped it with I think it was like Gears of War or something.
Yeah, that was an Xbox exclusive for the 360 was
And then
Gears.
and then PlayStation tried again with the Uncharted series.
Which they did a pretty phenomenal job, by the way.
Oh yeah, that there's no question there. They did their best with the Uncharted series. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it was
Naughty Dog did a pretty
good.
good job with it.
I will admit it was good up until the fourth one because oh no wait. Oh no wait, it was the second one where they went wrong.
Justin, I actually want to bring something up that I don't think I never brought this up before.
What's that?
Is that you do realize Uncharted 4's development went through a bit of hell, right? Like,
What?
because most of the Naughty Dog team left, and the guys responsible for The Last of Us
Yeah.
finished up Uncharted 4, and also by changing a few things. In
Oh.
fact, did you know the brother, Nathan's brother, was supposed to be the villain, actually, or the antagonist?
I just funny you mentioned that because I was actually just about I suspected that, but honestly I didn't really like start. I mean, okay, I started Uncharted 4, but like I liked Uncharted up till like number 3.
Yeah, like remember, like and then the expansion. Then there was there's actually 6 Uncharted games. Actually, there's the one for the Sony's PlayStation console portable thing, whatever that.
Oh,
And
the
then there was the
PlayStation Vita?
yeah, that was supposed to be like a freaking man. Sony really screwed up with that. With the I know why the PSP and Vita failed. I know why they failed hard for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
They should have taken a book out of Nintendo. They really should have because they didn't. They failed with
Actually,
the console.
it's funny you mentioned that because I was gonna do an entire video on things that I finally did right.
Oh, they do a lot. They do a lot of things right. It seems like even though they messed up here and there, they actually they do a really good job.
Every company screws up. Huh,
Oh
PlayStation.
yeah, that's all. Oh my god! You know, I think I actually, if I'm being honest, I feel like Sony. Whoever said Sony is the king of consoles or king of gaming, I have
I'm
to say,
sorry. I'm sorry,
yeah,
but
they
that crown goes to Nintendo.
Nintendo and Microsoft are the kings of gaming. Sony was never the king of
I'm
gaming to begin with
uh,
because they keep
again,
getting themselves in hot water too much.
we just want to say we're not bad mouthing any companies. We're just giving our opinion. So if you're gonna put down in your comment section, hey, not fair. Hey, not fair. PlayStation has had its days where it had good games. And granted, they did have their day when they had good games, but ask yourself, what's going on with these games? Like, ask yourself, why are they going downhill? Why are they making these mistakes? Why are they doing this? Why are they ripping off other ideas from other companies?
It's really not. We're not. As much as I like Sony and what they're doing, I mean, like what they've done so far with some of the products, you know, and some of the coolest ideas and techniques they did. You
Mhm.
have to wonder is that we're just venting our frustration because as consumers we expect to get what we pay for, right?
Exactly, and as consumers, we want to vent our frustrations. Like we can't just do it in a comment like on YouTube. We have to. Some of us we have to do videos to do our venting. Like some of us we cannot type as well, so we find making a video is quicker.
Well, it's also trying to kind of come up with constructive criticisms and not like straight up arguing or bashing a product,
Okay,
you
that
know.
is true. And it's
Because I
also
mean, there's one thing to have constructive criticism about something, and then there's the other that's like you're just straight up mouthing off like you're some kind of like a 12-year-old that's immature or whatever. So
and one person comes to mind.
okay, let's not go there, man.
Yeah, and it's someone you and I both went to school with.
Well, as someone who doesn't like doing that, I really would never do that ever.
And of course,
Because
today I also would like to point out that I've started my own community and it will involve some of you guys here on YouTube if you have Twitch. And of course, you're all part of the gaming zone. Catchy, even that if you want to, it's really up to you guys. But like and comment on the video. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section of what you would like to see for PS5 coming out soon. And let me know what direction that you see a company going into. We're not going to go too far into it before we end the video, so that's it for
unless
us.
we're doing a live stream,
That is true. Which
yeah.
we might do.
Speaking of
Alright,
live
guys.
streams, I may do more live streams on Twitch very soon, or at some point anyway.
Alright, guys. Well, that's it for us.
Yeah,
Peace out.
MCG, peace.